To get started with TechSmith Relay Recorder, you can click the Start program on your computer and find your programs. It's going to be in a folder called TechSmith, and so I'm going to scroll down to my TechSmith folder. Or if you're using a different version of Windows, you might have to click All Programs and then scroll down to TechSmith. Here's mine, TechSmith, and when I click it open, I have a couple of things in mind, but I'm looking for TechSmith Relay. So I click on that, and that opens up our Relay Recorder. It will ask you to log in when you first open this up. If it doesn't, you can click the Login button. This is just logging into your TechSmith Relay media library. So mine defaults to my name. If yours doesn't have that, then you can either add an account or you can just type your information in there. Okay, so I'm going to click on mine. And then I'm going to add my password and sign in. And now my media library is attached to my TechSmith Relay Recorder. So when I record something and save it and submit it, it goes directly into my media library. Okay, now you can see at the top it says that we're logged in. So you'll see your email address up here once you're logged in. We've got a couple of things on this menu bar. The logout button, of course, will disconnect you from your TechSmith Relay media library. You've got audio connections, so you can verify that your audio is working and that you're connected to the microphone that you want to be recording. If you want to select a display, if you've got more than one monitor, then you can choose the display that you're going to be recording. And then you can also select a camera. If you have a video camera and you choose to have your image on camera, then it will show up in the lower right-hand corner of your TechSmith Relay video. If you have a webcam attached and you've enabled that using the camera option on TechSmith Relay Recorder, then you'll see the recorded image down here in the lower right-hand corner. Unfortunately, with TechSmith Relay Recorder, that's the only place that image will show. You'll see the screen capture in the background and your image down in the lower right-hand corner. We're going to go ahead and click OK here. I'm going to record this screen. We're going to just do a quick video in Excel. And so I can just hit the record button and it will start recording. It will give us a 3, 2, 1 count. And now it's actually recording. I'm going to pull this over here so that you can see that. This is telling me that it's recording right now. So it's actually recording everything that's going on my screen. So I'm going to do a demonstration for my students on how to use absolute references in Excel. But I want this to be an absolute reference. So I'm using $signs to make Excel know that this is an absolute reference. That way when I copy it down to the subsequent cells, then it will show up appropriately and it will look at the correct reference. I'm going to change this to a percentage. And then I'm going to drag this down to my subsequent cells. And so this should show us an accurate percentage of our demographics in the city of Odessa. When I'm ready to stop the TechSmith Relay Recorder, I can click on the TechSmith Relay icon, which is the red R in my taskbar, and we can actually click the stop button to stop it. You can hit the pause button if you need to resume your video recording later, and you'll just be able to resume where you stopped. I'm going to go ahead and save it here, stop it here, and then it's going to come back to my Relay Recorder review. It shows the video that we've just created, and it asks for a title. You do have to put a title in there, so I'm going to give this the title Excel. This is going to be Absolute References. You can put a description in if you want to, but you don't have to. There is some trimming capability here, but that's only the beginning and the end. So if you had a long pause at the beginning, or if you've got a long pause at the end, then you can trim it, but you can't do any kind of editing in the middle. I'm going to click the Submit button. This is telling me it's connecting to the server. It comes back and it tells you what the link is in case you need that. You can click View Now and it will go to your media library and let you look at the video, but just keep in mind that it takes a few minutes to process once it gets up to the media library. You could copy the link if you needed to send it to somebody, but also remember that this is only available to people who have an Odessa College email domain, so any faculty or staff with odessa.edu as their email can open this up. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. I want to show you one more button before I close this out, this hotkeys button. If I click on that, it would allow us to assign hotkeys so that you could do record and pause. So like if you want F11 or F10 or something to be your hotkey to stop your video, then you could add that in here.